The CCP talked to Li Kashing and said that if you don't get all the money back before October 2021, we will put you in prison and your 2 sons, all of you will be arrested. Li Kashing had to sell CK and Hutchison just to pay back the money of the people he held on his behalf. Can you imagine that? The CCP once again used an old trick. They forced Li Kashing to watch all the videos of his son and himself having sex with minors, abusing children, young girls. The CCP said this is your own problem. We will let your son Richard Li's reputation be ruined overnight and tell everybody and how you made all your money, as well as your heart and kidney transplants, how you got them through live organ transplants. This is so shocking. The famous Li Kashing actually received a live organ kidney transplant from a living person. No wonder he could live to be 90-something. It's terrifying.
Damn. You got to wonder if that's happening in Washington.
Damn.
You look at those old people, man. You got to wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not that many people make it to 80, 90 years old like some of those folks. You know?
And it seemed like a lot of them are making it to that age, right?
Well, that's why the guy that died was so shocking. Is nobody from the elite Chinese Communist Party dies at, what was he, 62, Roy?
68.
68? Yeah.
Yes, no wonder. Like, why people just be so surprised that such high-ranking CCP officials die in such a young age, because all these CCP, those officials, they never die. Because they have unlimited supply of organs.
It reminds you of the North Korean officers, the generals in the North Korean army. It's like those people are 90, 100 years old. And tell them, Roy, I mean, what happens in your prisons? These people are organ donors.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And remember, a lot of them, they are political prisoners, right? Like, people got arrested, Falun Gong, the Uyghurs, the concentration camp. Remember, like, there are millions of people in Xinjiang right now in those so-called re-education camp, which essentially is the concentration camp, right? They just throw them in there. Like, you wouldn't know if 10 people, 20 people gone missing in like among millions of people. You would never see those on news. You never know. Right. And remember, those organ harvesting is that, like, those victims got, operation while they're alive. Right. They start to match the blood, and then they find, like, through the big data. Right. They find the people, and then they just do the operation while they're alive. There's basically, killing on demand. Right. It's happening for decades in China. And I want to go back a little bit, because, like, you remember why all of us, we were asking the same question, why those perverted people are always in charge, and why are those people, like you asked me, like, why they never die, right? They live until 90s and 100. So it's because I wanted to show another video, maybe next time, Miles, when Miles, like, directly talk about this in 2019 live stream. He said, because those elites, like, American elites, like, when they meet with the princelings, the kleptocrats, the cronies of the kleptocrats who's in charge in the CCP, and if CCP trusts you, CCP will say, okay, China is yours, right? You own China, we own China, and you own China. You can come to China, you can get whatever you want. Something that you can never get in a civilized country, right? You cannot get organs in United States. You cannot sleep with minors, sleep with a young child in the United States. That's a life sentence, right? Or punishable by death. But you can get whatever there, because that's outlaw territory, right? They have those satanic, rituals where, in Tibet, where you can just sleep with minors, and then you can get organs, you can get blood, you can, do whatever you want, and get away with it. If you check the name list on those private jets always flying to Tibet, you'll find out who's involved. Just a little bit of investigation yourself.